Warning, this is not intended for one hater, but all haters. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters.
Call it my battleground. I'm on that center stage where suckers be talking that, but not to my face. Making major moves while them haters prove nothing no harder you shine. You know them haters come by the dozen. All them haters that be talking about us, they be hating on our grind, cause you know we coming up. We be spending all the time on these rhymes and the clubs. You can't steal my shine, cause I'm prime, never mind. Cause fame and fortune be the only notion for them haters. Do many years in the game, so you know I paid my dues. No need for the fame, I'm taking names, so I know. And when Moshe blows up, I'm emailing all them.
Haters make me famous.
What the haters know about that Moshe music? Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I do this 25/8 pain and sweat on these tracks, haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
I have no dinner table, my studio is the kitchen. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I got a degree on my wall, so it says I know what I'm doing. Haters.
Haters.
I dust off them haters, and then I take a pause. It's a shame that this game got us all so involved. They flapping their jaws, and they grinding their teeth. Everybody fighting for the microphone on my beats. See my and my word is all I have. Call me Tony Montana on this label that I have. Having anger towards everyone, reaching success. Haters coming, and I'll be their number one prospect. I work real hard, it gains some respect. 24 hours on the beats and the internet. We fighting like
a gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. This message is sponsored by DGS, the Degenerative Gambling Society, aka Cat Nation Live. He's back! Welcome, Cap Nation Live. Coming to you live on this beautiful and blessed Friday morning or afternoon on the East Coast, the day after Halloween, the 1st of October, the day it's finally acceptable to put out your Christmas trees early. But is it? How many of y'all's wives are going to be putting out Christmas trees this afternoon or this weekend? Ooh, showing a little skin. We better cover it up there. We're a little festive today. For the day after. I almost said 4th of July, the day after Halloween. What is going on, everybody? Who's ready for a big day today? It is Friday, game of the weekday. It is the day you get to pound the bookie with the game of the week, going into the game of the year tomorrow. I don't know why, but I'm in another good mood. Let's be honest, yesterday's good mood, I don't know where it fucking came from. I just don't know, because I had no reason to be in a great mood yesterday, but I was. And for some strange reason, when I come here and we turn on the cameras, I get pumped up. I listen to a little Rocky soundtrack music before we get going, and a little Hearts on Fire, and get pumped up. And all of a sudden, I'm happy. It definitely ain't the caffeine, because I'm lacking it. We're just now sipping the coffee. But again, we're here, and we're ready to rock and roll. Anthony, good morning. Henry, good morning. Nick Martinez, good morning. Jerry Jones, good morning. Nick DeSlick in the house, good morning. DeSasso Jones, good morning. Says, top of the morning, Kyle and Cap Nation. Let's eat today, fellas. Good luck to all. Let's bust the books. We're going to be busting the books, that's for sure. Fidel, good morning. Tyler, good morning. Chef Bear in the house, on time this morning. Says, I've been working retail for a little while, and Christmas music and trees are bumping. Oh, my God. I am not into the Christmas music yet. We got to at least wait until until Disneyland does Christmas. When Disneyland starts Christmas, which is on the 15th, don't ask me how I know, but when Disneyland goes Christmas, we can go Christmas music. Mr. Watson, our brother north of the border, good morning, or good afternoon, depending on what side of the border you're on. Gonna be a good day today. Game of the week is already posted online. It was posted yesterday afternoon. Line is still perfect. It's locked. It's loaded. It's ready for you to murder. It's gonna be a good day today. All right, there's good news and there is bad news. The good news is I'm here. The bad news is I won't be here for long. I do have a tea time, a very rare and odd tea time for me. During football season, I don't get to golf much. I had an opportunity to squeeze in a 10:52 tea time. I don't need much warming up because I suck anyways, and unfortunately it's cart path golf, so it's going to be a disaster. Straight disaster when it's all said and done. But nonetheless, we're playing today. Hopefully we don't lose too many thousands of dollars, and if we do lose the money on the golf course, I'm going to make it all back and then sometimes 10 on Game of the Week tonight. So, knowing that I'm not going to be here for long means you guys better hurry up and hit that thumbs up button, because if you don't get me there, I ain't giving it out for free today. All right? So do yourselves a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up button and get it rocking and rolling. Why? Because we've got some good stuff today. 50% profit boost, the NBA. Friday's first 50% profit boost on select first quarter bets. Things are looking good. We got a lot of fun action today. We get 3 college football games. We get a slate of NBA. We get NHL. We get soccer. We get all that fun stuff that you guys don't want to miss out on. And by the way, the plays will be out as soon as we're off the live show. We'll have the plays out and about for you guys. However, soccer is already posted. Soccer is posted. The NHL is posted. Soccer, big underdog today. Enticing. I like when the soccer puts out a big dog. When the dog's got to eat. Lionel, thanks for jumping on board my guaranteed game of the week. Chad, Jerry Jones jumping on board my game of the year, which goes down tomorrow. If you guys don't know, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Jackie Dorsey, Anthony, I know you're here. Brandon jumping on board the Guaranteed Play Big Week package. Glad to have you guys back, on board for that. Stephen Chung jumping on board my game of the week. That's going to be a lot of fun. Federo jumping on board my personal place. Anthony. Mr. Burke jumping on board. Jerry Jones. Oh, I already got you, Jerry. Everybody else, Kevin Lovett, thanks for jumping on board Premium Plays. If I missed your name, I do apologize. We are going to jump right into the action today. Marquette, good morning. Who dat? Bob in the house? What do you mean it says contact me? Because I'm on the website and it looks good. I don't see anything that says contact me. Give me some more information, Henry. Brian, is the game of the year going to be posted soon? Possible. Just waiting on, just monitoring the line, making sure we're getting the best possible line. So, the longer, if we're waiting longer, that's a good thing. Waiting longer is not a bad thing. I know you're anxious to place the bet, but I mean, the game's not going to start until it starts. And the longer we wait, the better line that we're getting right now. So, it's possible that'll be posted this morning, but it should definitely be posted today. Definitely be posted today. Who dat, Bob? Good morning. Chef Bear says Jets, Jets, Jets. Les, good morning. Eric, good morning. The fucking Jets, man. You bet on them, they burn you. You bet against them, they burn you. That's like the pesky Reds two Major League Baseball seasons ago. You guys remember 2 years ago, the pesky Reds? Every time we bet on them, they'd fuck us. Every time we bet against them, they'd fuck us as well. It's like the Jets. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. He has an absolute dog piss, horrible first half. Comes out. Still doesn't play that great, but does enough to get the job done. Not bad. Not bad. All those parlays that we talked about yesterday, we were one Dalton Schultz touchdown away from 10 grand yesterday. By the way, same game parlay for the members. If you're a YouTube exclusive member, you got that bad boy yesterday. That was a winner. That was a nice winner yesterday. We cashed that 5-teamer right there. Same game parlay. It pays to be a YouTube exclusive member right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Congrats to absolutely everybody. We cashed in that one yesterday. We had Mixon over 50 rushing yards. Brees Hall over 40. Both those were easy. Wilson over 40 alternate receiving yards. Devontae Adams 25 plus. And Tank Dell 25 plus. Easy money. I mean, we were almost done by the half. We needed 2 more yards, I believe it was, by Garrett Wilson, and we got that shit quick. So congrats to absolutely everybody. Jalen in the house. What's going on, brother? Glad to see you tuning in with us. But yes, YouTube exclusive members, you guys got that nice one yesterday, and we'll probably have some more content coming your way Saturday. Maybe Saturday, possibly. Well, you already know you guys are getting members only live Saturday morning, so we already got that. But on Sunday, there'll definitely be members only content. So if you ain't a YouTube exclusive member, you're missing out on easy extra money. So we got that one back, and some wild and wacky college football this week. I'm glad the week is almost over. When the midweek stuff is done. The midweek stuff is done, and that I am forever thankful for, because it was definitely a wish-washy week when it came to college football games. Henry, did you email me or the company? Just so I know where to check. Just so I know where to check. Now they make you verify to log into your email. You now have to We texted your phone a code. I didn't get no code. What do you do when you don't get a code? Oh, there you go, Henry. I see you emailed it to me. Oh, that's on your account, Henry. Hold on. I'll fix that, Henry. It means you logged in too many times from a different IP address, which means you could have just been on your phone. It's just a way that stops people from sharing their account information, which will get them banned, which I know you weren't. You're good to go. It's fixed. Yours is fixed, sir. Weird. It says it texted me a code. I never got a code. Oh, well, we'll wait and see. We will wait and see. All right, we got to jump right into it. Frankie, thanks for jumping on board. I know you got my game of the year for tomorrow as well as personal plays for today. Hoodat Bob got my personal plays for today. By the way, those will all be posted as soon as we're off the live show. Again, not going to be a long live show today. We're going to be live for about 30 to 40 more minutes. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to dumpster dive headfirst into this one. And by the way, guys, if you're not on my game of the week for tonight, you're going to flat out miss out. You want a monster win before Saturday? Game of the week will do it because I'm going large. I'm going 20 large on it. And as soon as my tea time is done, I'm going down to the book. And we're going to place it in cash. I'll have some online, but we're going to have a big one in cash. So I like to make the big ones in cash. That way I'm not depositing large amounts. I'm sure they still all report it the same, but, you know, finicky over here. Georgia State and Yukon going at it. This should be an interesting game. This should definitely be an interesting game between Georgia State and Yukon. Yukon laying 7.5 at plus 100. You can squeeze 7 out of it somewhere. All right, there's books that still have it at 7 at you know, minus the normal minus 110. You can get 6.5 minus $1.28. I would definitely lay 6.5 minus $1.28 long before I would ever lay 7.5 plus 100 if I was choosing to take Yukon. Now, Georgia State, I would definitely gladly take the plus 7.5 versus only getting 6.5 there. Interesting total on this one, 47.5. Both teams have the ability to make this game 60 points or more. But then both teams have the ability to keep this, you know, 24, 21, 23, 17 final, and you're left there holding the bag going, damn, why didn't this game go over? Like yesterday's game. Yesterday's game, where there was 13 first half points, and then we flirted with the over in yesterday's game, but it just never got there. Low-scoring first halves will definitely plague you, and this one could do that. Plain and simple, this game could definitely do that, depending on which two teams come out, which offense comes out, which defense comes out. Devin Jackson, you're going big on your game of the week? Yes. Yeah, I said that yesterday. I'm going to put 20K on game of the week, and then a minimum of 50 on tomorrow's minimum of 50. And by the way, I don't bet my game of the year until I already have it out. Until you got, because when I bet it, it's going to move the line. So I don't bet it until you guys get an opportunity to bet it. I give you guys a couple hours to bet it, and then sometimes it moves it a little bit. But when I bet it, it's going to move the line anyway. So at least for me, for where I'm going, so it'll move the line. So, but yeah, I give you guys the opportunity to bet it first. Ty says, Ty, what's going on, brother? Says, game of the week, let's go. Glad to see you here, Ty. Jose, good morning. Nicholas Sars, good morning. John, good morning. We got the whole band back together today. Got the whole band back together. Looking at the first half numbers on this Yukon game, Georgia State plus 3.5, Yukon laying 3.5 minus 118. Total over and under 24 in the hook. They've got it at the half. They're giving you plus money. They're trying to entice you with that plus 118 at 24.5. They're literally giving you guys 24.5 when the total, I mean, that's over half of the total anyways, because the full game total is 47.5. So in reality, the first half total should be 23.5. Maybe make it 24 and I would bite. But 24.5, I got to steer clear of a total of 24.5 with the full game over of 47.5. I think it goes over, but like I said, there can definitely be a case to be pled on why it stays under. I mean, if you look at Yukon's last game against Rice, there was 27 total points scored. It was a 17-10 final for Yukon. And Yukon was laying 7 in that matchup. They were, 6.5 in that matchup. Started at 7, but we bought it down a half a point, and then it ended up dropping a half a point anyways. But they've got other games that have, definitely stayed under as well. The game before that against Wake Forest, that they lost 23-20, one score away from going over in that game. But Temple had 49 points, 50 points with their win over Buffalo, 62 in their win over Florida Atlantic, 51 in their loss to Duke. You can plead a case when you look at the offensive and defensive numbers on why it could go under. But then again, you look at Georgia State. Georgia State just gives up points. And Georgia State can score too, depending on who they're playing and what defense. Georgia State has the ability to put up points as well. So lean towards the over on this one. But that first half total, I got to steer clear of. But there is something that I like. There is something that I like, and there is something that we're going to hit here. And it is the first quarter on this one. All right, the first quarter is over 9.5, minus 132. We're going to hit the first quarter. I just bet, I'm clicking it right now, $9.90 to win $750. It's a total payout of $17.40 with a $990 risk. First quarter over 9.5. And guys, a lot of first quarters can be crapshoots. And I know I just tried telling you guys that there's a definite case for this game to be going under. However, when I look at both of these teams, and Yukon, it's going to be imperative Yukon gets out and they score. Especially only after putting up 17 points in the last game. And I think, 20 in the game before that, a game that went under. Yukon was scoreless in the first half last week. All right, in their last game against Rice, they didn't score a point until the third quarter. All right, they didn't score a point until 5 minutes into the third quarter. That's when they got their first touchdown. Then 7 minutes later, 6.5 minutes later, they got a field goal. And that was it. Excuse me. They got one in 8 minutes into the third quarter. And then another 5 minutes into the fourth quarter, they got their second score. Look for Yukon to not fuck around. Look for Yukon to come out and play fast and score early. Not late, early. You see it all the time, especially in college football. Now, Georgia State, on the other hand, they got off to a slow start in the first quarter last game. They put up nothing. App State got a safety on them. It was 2-0 after the first quarter. And then the second quarter came and things just went fucking bonkers, and they scored 32 points in the second quarter. Do I expect that today? No, but I expect both teams to put up a fight in the first quarter and put up some offensive numbers, which will put up points. And us getting at 9.5, it's an easy buy for me. The game could still go under, and we get 10 in the first quarter. Touchdown and a field goal, or two touchdowns, one apiece, or maybe Yukon gets the job done for us all by themselves in that first quarter. So look for that one. Going to put that up on the screen here. Nick, is Game of the Week posted? Yeah, Game of the Week is posted. Game of the Week is posted. All right, we'll get this one up on the screen for you guys. Bet $9.90 to win $750. Total payout of $17.40 is on the screen for you guys. After if I stop screwing around with the everything, you guys will be able to see it. There we go. There we go. As far as that game, that's what I have right there. South Florida. Florida Atlantic. Battle of Florida right there. Battle of South Florida. South Florida. Minus 142 money line favorite. Minus 2.5 on the road. Florida Atlantic catching 2.5. Total over and under 47.5. Interesting total on this one. Battle of 3 and 4 against 2 and 5. South Florida got the win against UAB last week. Beat them 35-25, where we saw a total of 60 points, which was a hell of a lot more than they've scored in the prior 3 games. They put up 3 in their 21-3 loss against Memphis. They put up 10 in their 45-10 loss to Tulane, and they only scored 15 in their 50-15 beatdown over Miami. So their 3 games prior to this, they scored a total of 28 points. Last week, they got the job done. Not last week, but 2 weeks ago, because they're coming off the bye. They put up 35. They answered and they put up points. Nick, let me take a look, and I'm going to make sure Jay looks into all of that, because it just depends on what day you bought that guaranteed play, but I'll take a look. You bought it on Saturday, so it should be there. It's there now. I fixed it for you, but I'll send Jay an email and let him fix everybody else's account. Let him fix everybody else's account, because I'm sure you're not the only one. Yeah, no, you did yours at in the morning on Saturday. I see it right there. But you're good to go now. You're good to go. All right, I just fixed one more while I was here. Just fixed another one while I was here. Corey, if you're watching, brother, I got you fixed, just in case. You are good to go. CMM Game of the Year out? No, not out. The longer we hold it, the better. Just being honest. The longer we hold it, the better line that we have. But it should be posted at some point today. Should be posted at some point today. I'm going to say probably afternoonish. Late afternoon, early evening. For the West Coast. So, but it will get posted. Could be right around kickoff time for Game of the Year or Game of the Week. Will probably be when Game of the Year gets posted. That's just me guessing based on betting patterns and watching the number drop. So as of right now, we're just kicking back, getting a better number. So, which we already have. We've already scored an extra half a point on them, and I think we're gonna get another half a point, maybe a full point before I actually post it. So we're getting a better number, which I love. But back to the South Florida game. Total over and under 47.5. This is much similar to the Yukon game, where it can go over the 47.5 or it can stay under and we get fucked right there. But in reality, I think it goes to the good side. I think we'll have a fun game and a fun matchup in this one. The side is an interesting number, and I'd rather focus on that. You've got South Florida coming back with a big win. They were at home against UAB. Florida Atlantic is catching points at home. UAB on the road this year, they lost to Tulane. They got their asses handed to them. They did beat Southern Miss. They put the beat down on Southern Miss by 25 points on the road. Beat them 49-24. They lost to Bama on the road. They're 1-2 on the road. And then you look at Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic, when's the last time they won? They beat Wagner back on the 28th of September. Before that, they beat FIU 38-20. They're able to put up points, and they've been close to winning. They lost to UTSA. That wasn't a close one. They lost to UTSA 2 weeks ago by 14. Before that, they hung tough with North Texas. They hung tough with North Texas. They ended up losing by 4. They smoked Wagner, which they should have done. When they played Yukon, they got absolutely pummeled. Absolutely pummeled. Marquette, what games do you think you rode? How about you tell me that so that way I know what I'm looking for? So that I know what I'm looking for. Nicholas, where do you sign up here? I'll give you a link. You just go to our website, cappersdirect.com, and depending on which game, which package you're looking for, I got the link coming in the chat. Depending on which package you're looking for, if you're looking for like our premium plays or my personal plays, you click on the premium tab and you scroll down. And then if you're looking for like a game of the week, my guaranteed game of the week, which is tonight, you click on the guaranteed tab and you scroll down and you'll see it. If you're looking for game of the year, it's in the same spot as game of the week. You'll see them all there. Marquette last Sunday. Yeah, they haven't. You'll get that credited once it's posted. Just like I think you're owed the UFC Max Fight Pick Parlay. And you'll get that once it's posted, which I'm sure they'll post that later on today for the UFC, and then you'll get access to that. CMM, can't decide what package to buy just for today. Talk to me. I mean, you can never go wrong with my game of the weeks. Coming off a big win last week. It depends on what you want. Do you want multiple plays or just want one to fucking hammer? If you want one to hammer, go get my game of the week. Comes with the big guaranteed to win, you get the next one free. I mean, it also depends on your bankroll too. I mean, if you're only betting $50, or you're not going to bet, pay at 50 to bet 50, But if you're betting more than that and you want to just hammer one fucking big win today, you get on board that one, and then it'll be a lot of fun. Jerry Jones, I'm putting 5 dimes on game of the year. I love it. I absolutely love it. Just one to hammer. CMM, get game of the week. You can't go wrong with game of the week. 500 a K, game of the week. It's easier for us to murder one big one, especially it's the biggest play of the day, biggest play of the week here, theoretically, with the exception of obviously the one-off game of the year. Easier to do that than bet 3. That's for sure. Plus, I mean, I'll have 2K on all my personal plays. I'll have to win 2K at a minimum on all my personal plays. And then there'll be one game, 20K, to be won on game of the week. So if you see how big that I'm betting on it, that's definitely today. My game of the week is today. Game of the year is Saturday. Game of the week today. Game of the year tomorrow. Game of the week is today. Friday night, baby. All right, so back to this one. Interesting number, and the fact that South Florida is only 2.5 on the road makes me like it. If I was going to take South Florida, though, I would take them on the money line. I would lay 142 juice to win by 1 rather than lay $1.15 and win by 3, right? I'd rather lay literally 27 cents more to have to win by 1 versus 3. Brian, 5 dimes is 5,000. 1 dime, a nickel is 500. A dime is 1,000, so 5 dimes would be 5,000 in betting terminology. Old school gangster way. All right, moving right along. We're going to breeze through these because you guys guys, unfortunately, and it wasn't me, Marquette says that Robert Woods receiving yards over 14.5 yesterday. That prop bet was prop bet sent right. That was a fucking good one yesterday. God, I mean, everybody counted out Robert Woods. He's got to be the best receiver on the team as far as what he's capable of doing. Now, granted, injuries, and we saw Robert Woods come to light yesterday. They just couldn't win. Somebody signed me up for the 10:52 tee time, so I don't need much of a warm up. Maybe go swing the ball, or swing the club 5 or 6 times, hit a couple balls with a driver, and then call it good. But homeboy over here's got to go for a tee time, so we're gonna be streaming through this. So if you haven't done so, hit that damn like button. That way I can give you guys something for free. I literally want to give you guys a free package today. You guys are 11 away. You guys got about 10 minutes to do it. All right, 10, 15 minutes tops to do it is what you got for today. So get on it. If you haven't done so, hit the darn thumbs up button. That's the last time I'm going to tell you guys about it because I ain't going to beg you guys to have to give you guys for free. Mark, you deserve all credit. It was easy to spot on that one. That was fun, though. And to be honest, I wish I bet more on it. How about at the half, Tank Dell had, 100? Or no, I think he had like 70 yards at the half and whatever it was. But it was 15 yards his live total. I went and bet that. We were walking around trick-or-treating, and I was like, oh, hell no. And I went and bet to win $2,000 on his live prop, which was only 15 yards in the second half. And then we had Dell, before that last drive, he was at 120. They moved his live odds to 120 and a half. You're telling me they're not, it was 2 drives before his last one. And so I live bet his over 120 and a half for another 1,500, and he hit it on like the first play. And then I was like, oh, cool. So I made a little extra back on some props yesterday. Ooh, FanDuel hooked me up with a $1,000 bonus bet. Man, after I told that guy his quick story while I pull up the odds for the other one. So the guys at FanDuel, they asked me why I don't bet all that I bet, because I bet in a bunch of other places as well, and why I can't give them more action. And I said because their VIP rewards and their perks suck. I said, you guys are nothing compared to what DraftKings gives me. Free sweet tickets, this and that. And all of a sudden now I've been, they had me down on the floor for the Phoenix Suns-Lakers game, and bonus bets usually 2 times a week. 3 times a week. 2 times a week usually. But yeah, I guess now you just got to open your mouth and be like, yeah, I'll give you guys more action, but you're fucking got to give me something. Give me sweet tickets, floor tickets to the Suns, and we're good. San Diego State, Boise State. This is a tricky one, guys. This is a tricky one. The San Diego State team is not the same San Diego State team in the Mountain West that we're used to. They're sitting 3-4. Normally they're 6-1, 5-2 right now, and they're flirting with greatness. Not this time around. I mean, if you go back and you look last year, it was a very close game. It was a very high-scoring game. I believe it was in the 60s, and Boise State won by 3. Boise State won that one by 3 on the road. Here they are. They're at home. They're in Idaho. And Boise State, 15th ranked in the country, 6-1, looking and playing exceptionally well. San Diego State, they're 3-4. They lost to Washington State last week in a very heartbreaker. They were at home there in San Diego. They lost 29-26 in that matchup. You go back and you look at Boise State. They've won 5 straight. Boise State has won 5 straight. Everybody was talking about UNLV and the Rebels and what they were going to be able to do, right? The Rebels were going to roll on them. Boise State went down there. It was a very close game. They beat them by 5, though. They beat them 29-24 last week. Before that, they went into Hawaii. They didn't give them much of a credit in, going to Hawaii. Boise State, when they were in Hawaii, they were laying 20.5. 20.5 points. They covered. They won by 21. But a game where they would normally be favored by more, people they were writing them off there. They beat Utah State by 32 points. They beat Washington State by 21. They beat Portland State in a gimme game by 40-plus points. Their only loss on the season, Boise State's only loss on the season was the number 1 ranked Oregon. All right? Their only loss on the season was to Oregon, who was ranked 7th at the time. All right? And obviously, we know Oregon's ranked number 1 in the country for a damn good reason. Their only loss was, and they didn't get blown out. They traveled to Eugene, Oregon, and they lost by 3 points, 37-4 to Oregon. And that was a game they should have won. They had every opportunity to force it to overtime, and they didn't. They gave up a field goal with 2 seconds left, 24-yard field goal by Oregon to tie the game, or not tie the game, to break the tie and win the game. Walk-off field goal win right there. That's what they lost to. Their only loss. They're laying 24.5 points today. That's a lot of points. I'm going to be honest. That's a lot of points. San Diego State, no matter their record being 3-4, they're still a tough team. San Diego State is still a tough team. They lost by 3. They lost by 1 to Central Michigan. They lost to 21 by Cal. They lost to 21 by Oregon State. They haven't lost by 25 points yet. Now, they're going to be at home against a Boise State team. They're definitely motivated, San Diego State, that is. If I was going to take anything in this one, man, I hate to say it, but I'd probably take the dog. I would probably take the dog plus the points here. I think San Diego State can score. I think they can keep up with them. The total sitting over and under 56.5. If I was going to do anything, I'd probably lean towards the over in this one. I mean, you got Ashton Gentry. He was favored to win the Heisman and playing for Boise State, right? He was favored to win the Heisman. He's now, the 4th? I guess he would be 4th in line behind Travis Hunter of Colorado, who's plus 200. Dylan Gabriel of Oregon, who's plus 250. Cam Ward of Miami at plus 300. Honestly, if Oregon wins out, Dylan Gabriel's probably going to win it, if you're asking me. But Ashton Gentry is plus 450 to win the Heisman, and you're going to see him all over the field today running the ball. That's their running back. He's number 2. He's got God, he had 6 touchdowns in that Georgia State game. 6 touchdowns. He's got 9, 16, 17, 18 on the ground and one receiving touchdown. The guy's just a beast. Now, he was held by UNLV to 128 yards. He had 33 carries. That was his biggest test all season. I mean, he's broken 200 yards 3 times, excuse me. Been on the cusp of breaking it again. But again, if I was going to do anything in this one, I would lean towards the over. But I got to do a little more dumpster diving. A little more dumpster diving on this one before I just dive all in on the total. Moving over to the NBA, because you guys only got me for about 5 or 6 more minutes. 5 or 6 more minutes. NBA, just when you think you're getting some early season consistency, there's some wild and wacky stuff. Now, Suns got the job done yesterday. Clippers played great in the beginning and then fell apart, just as expected. Hold on 1 second. Raymond, what's going on? We get a full slate of NBA today. Full slate of NBA. Celtics laying 10.5 on the road. I like the Celtics. I just don't know if I want to lay 10.5, even though they are facing Charlotte. Charlotte, is 2-2. They're coming off a big win on Wednesday. A very high-scoring game on Wednesday that had, 271 points in that game. Celtics 4-1 on the year. Total on that game, 232.5. This may be a game where, Celtics coming off a high-scoring loss, that is, where you roll with the Celtics. Lakers still traveling on the road. Lakers are laying 9.5 against the Raptors on the road. I don't know if the Lakers, I get it. They started out 3-0. They've lost the last 2 road games. Their last road game, they just got blown the fuck out by Cleveland. Blown out. Lost 134-110. On Wednesday. They get Thursday off. Now they're in Toronto, up in Canada, and they're laying 9.5. Really? Laying 9.5? Lakers are laying 9.5? I get it. They're playing Toronto. Toronto's 1-4. Lost their last 3. They lost in that close game, with Charlotte that had the 271 points in it. If I did anything on this one, I'd probably lean over. But Lakers in 232.5. Which means you're going to have to get to 233 to see a victory. It's happened. It's happened in 2 of their... Not there. Happened there. It happened in 3 of their 5 games so far. I like that, but then again, I just don't know if I trust them enough to put up 233 points. Mauricio, the touchdown prop. I know, the one where we had it with just where we removed the 1. Oh, I was close on 1. I needed a Schultz touchdown. Fuck! So, there's some great NBA today. Bulls at the Nets, lean the Nets. If I was going to take the Nets, I'd take them on the money line. Pelicans plus 4.5 at home against the Pacers. I like the Pelicans today. I do like the Pelicans. I like Zion and the Pelicans right there. Frankie, thanks for jumping on board. Game of the week. Xavier Wilson, thanks for jumping on board. Game of the week. Anthony, jumping on board. Premium plays, double dipping. Glenn, Xavier, Frankie, jumping on board. Excuse me. My personal plays for today. Glad to have all of you guys on board. Michael says Clippers blew another lead last night. That they did, thank God, because we were on the Suns yesterday laying the floor. It's gonna be a good day. But I like what we're seeing in the NBA. I like a lot of the games today, and there's definitely some good props. It's funny, the double-double bet that we made the other day, of course, those players make a double-double. No flipping problem today. Some of them had it in the first half or yesterday, but when we bet it, they couldn't. They were close, but no cigar. And, of course, the next day on back-to-back days, they come back out, and they're double-doubling in the first half, and it's like, are you serious? Are you serious? Watch. Hachimura going to get a double-double today. After playing like a bag of ass the other day, he's going to come out today, and he's probably going to get one. He's probably going to get one. Just out of curiosity, let's see. He's plus 650 today to get a double-double. Parlayed with Anthony Davis is plus 726. That parlay right there is plus 726. Ooh, enticing. FanDuel First Friday, I haven't looked into it yet. I haven't looked into any first quarter bets. Maybe you go look at what Anthony Davis in the first quarter is. His first quarter points is at 8. I'm not opposed to that. Or D'Angelo Russell's at 3.5 plus money. There you go right there. D'Angelo Russell to have 4 points in the first quarter. Austin Reeves, same thing, over 3.5 is minus 158. Hachimura over 3.5 is minus 104. LeBron James, who went off the other day, is over 4.5. Hachimura, what do you have against the Cavs? He had 8 points. Davis had the 22. D'Angelo had 10. LeBron is over 4.5. I mean, you might look for LeBron. Mauricio, what game of the week? Cutoff is 7 p.m. Eastern Time. 7 p.m. Eastern Time is cutoff. We haven't announced the cutoff for game of the year yet, but it's not one of the early games tomorrow. Joseph says, I took San Diego plus a 24. Probably not a bad idea right there. I like that. I like that bet, Joseph. Yeah, Mauricio, game of the year is tomorrow. Game of the week is cut off 7 p.m. Eastern Time today. Game of the year, we haven't announced a cutoff time yet. I'm not posting that yet because I don't want to give it away or give half the games away that it could be. So we've got this one in the NBA. In the NBA, Celtics and Hornets over 232.5. I'm going to put that in the comment section. I am going to wait to bet it. I have a little feeling that there's going to be some big under bets come in later on this morning. I'm going to monitor the line. If I see it moving, I'll jump on it. I'm betting the over, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait a couple hours to see where the line goes before I bet it. Okay? I think you guys probably should too. I think waiting is not a bad idea. Waiting may not be a bad idea. All right, you guys got me to 40 because I've got to run. I want to do one. 3 away. Hurry up. I'm going to help you out. You guys are 2 away. Hit that thumbs up button. Mauricio, definitely do. You'll love it. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's do a giveaway. In fact, I'm going to pick a number because I know you guys are going to get it. Number has been selected. Number has been selected. I know you guys are going to get it, so I know you guys are going to do it for me. So, on your marks, get set. No discount double check today. When you hear the music, you can guess 0 to 100 to get you a win and a package on our website. First one to guess it on my screen wins. 1 guess per entry per person. I don't care if your screen shows something different. All that matters is what's on this guy's screen. All right? Rules subject to change. If we don't like it, we'll pick somebody else. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. heartbeat. We have a winner. We have a winner. We have a winner. You can stop. You can stop. You can stop. William Schmidt, you were the first one that guessed 41 correctly. 41 was your number. 41 was your number. I need to know if you have an account on our website. I believe you do. If you do, let me know what the username is, which I believe you do. I believe this is the correct William Schmidt. Let me know what your username is, which I believe it is what I believe it is. And you've got premium plays for today. And they're locked and loaded in your account already. I do have to get out of here. We're going to make it fun. By the way, guys, if you are not on board, get on board. My game of the week is tonight. So full disclosure, game of the week is tonight. $50 guaranteed to win. You get the next game of the week free. Game of the year goes down tomorrow on Saturday. That is $50. That is a special one-off game. Sometimes I don't even have games of the years, depending on the sport. If it don't meet the game of the... If I can't go put 50K on it, it's not a game of the year quality play. Plain and simple. If I can't go put a minimum of 50K on it, it is not a game of the year kind of play. So, that's how big it is. That's how big game of the year is. Game of the week, gonna have 20K on it. Leak, win personal plays, be up very shortly. Check within the next half hour. They should have them posted. I'm going to sign off of here. William, let me know what your username is in the chat. I'll keep the chat up and running for a few minutes. I'll check it right before I walk out. But if you don't have an account, go to the website. Act like you're purchasing a package. Create an account. When you get to the spot where it asks you for a credit card, don't enter it. And then send me an email, kyle@cappersdirect.com, and then I will activate your account, but I'll be watching for it. But I'm pretty sure I already activated it for you, so pretty sure I got the right William Schmidt. So, but sometimes we got people with the same names. But again, we'll be live tomorrow. Remember, guys, tomorrow's live is early. 10:30 on the East. William, I got you. It's already in your account. I knew that. I figured that was you. 10:30 on the East Coast, 7:30 on the West Coast for the regular live show. We'll be live until noon Eastern. Or no, not noon Eastern. I will be live until 11 o'clock Eastern, 9 Pacific. Then we're going to reset, and then there will be a members-only live show for tomorrow. Jerry, I don't understand what that means. Is game year going to be today? You mean posted today? It should. Right now, the line's dropping. There's no reason for me to post it. We're just getting a better... The longer I hold out, that means we're getting a better number. It dropped a half a point from last night to this morning, and I love it. I'm literally watching it every hour to check where the juice is. And the moment I think it's going to go up, I'll post it for you guys. And then we'll email out to everybody. All right, guys. I got to run. Enjoy your day. And I'm going to see each and every one of you guys back live tomorrow. All right. Good luck, everybody.